Sorry for not noticing you coming in. It's such a nice day on campus, it's kind of hard not to get lost in it. I mean, from the golden colors and how they gently paint the trees to the chirp. But you didn't come here to watch the sunset with me. Or at least I don't think you did. Where was I? Right. Thanks for getting my letter and coming to meet me. It certainly isn't every day you get an invite for someone you hardly know to meet them after classes. Join me and take a seat so we're not just standing here the whole time. How are you doing here? Like, is everything going alright for you? You're a second-year student, but I know you just transferred in. I've seen you in that Iranian culture class we have with Mr. Levins. Yeah, the one at 7 a.m. sharp in the Eastern building. I know, right? You should sit by me next time we have him because I know like 0 people in that class. And I'm just one more monologue away from bringing my own pillow and blankets and just catching up on some sleep. So, are you getting used to the school and overall settled? Yeah, it's definitely not the most upscale one, or well-funded for that matter. But regardless, you should be having at least a decent time so far. You can tell me whatever you feel like. Just let the words flow out and no judgment will follow from me. Bit of a people's person, so a lot of my friends' friends come to me with their problems. But if you feel too uncomfortable to talk or leave this meeting unhappy, then let me know, and I'll take you out for somewhere as a treat. But you won't feel bad. I promise. Ah, I see. It's good that I set up this meeting then. So you're finding yourself concentrated on work too much, and you're having trouble sleeping? That's a rough way to start off the school year. I mean, you've come this far, so it'd be heartbreaking to see you fail now. I wish you'd come to me earlier. I hate seeing people suffer, especially those like you. Me? Oh, I'm just another one of your classmates. Really? I'm nothing special. Okay, well, if you must know, I'll tell you a bit of myself just because it's polite to do. It's not like any of this is going to be true anyways. Can't let the little birdie fly away from the nest. Well, I'm in the same class as you, and I try to be as social as I can. I like widening my wing and expanding the list of friends I have. It seems crazy, I know, but the people's person thing I mentioned earlier, it's more like training for me because I want to become a therapist one day. To be able to just listen to people and make their lives better with words alone? It's almost too good to be true. But enough about me. I want to know more about you, not the other way around. What about friends? Have you found any groups to hang out with and see after classes? Or, better yet, any clubs you're interested in joining? One you have your eyes set on? Ah, so you have been looking at clubs to join. What about those clubs have catched your eye enough to make you consider joining them? I'm sorry, but you're going to have to try a little harder if you're going to get something past me. I've seen guilty man caught red-handed give better answers than that. Props for trying though, but those reasons are just plain wrong. How did I know? Well, you're not the best at lying, that's obvious. Sorry if that came out brash. It just kinda came out. It's just kind of a sense to me. Like how you used vague ways to describe them and even mentioned how you liked one of the club's emblem. Sorry to be the one to tell you, but with that last one, you described it incorrectly. I can see where you got a turtle emblem of the chess club when it's clearly a bishop. Don't feel bad, really. I kind of feel bad for interrogating you like this, but I just want to make sure that you get settled in, and clubs can really help with that. So you were just listening off some because you thought it wouldn't make me worry about you? That's so thoughtful of you, thank you. especially since it helps what I have to tell you eventually. I'd still clear some of those groups though. Most of the time, the people that make them just want the benefits the school grants them and the popularity they bring. They don't serve each individual, but rather treat them like a whole. And don't get me started on sports. Talk about real cults. Oh, you've been too busy to look, and you think people don't want to talk with you because of how little energy you have? You think it's because you're having trouble sleeping? Honey, look around. We all have bags under our eyes and sipping coffee like it's an IV drip. You look better than fine, and I can barely notice them. You say you've been having trouble sleeping, but you do a good job of trying your best not to show it. I still think you should join one. I expected you to say that. Thankfully, we've talked before, and I had a feeling you'd meet me here because I want to help you out. Anyways, I think I have the solution to your problems. Joining my club. Of course it's a solution. What else would it be? It's not like you know any better. It's not a conventional activity or a school club, but I think you would really benefit from it. Scratch that. I know you would benefit, and you need to join. We're looking for members, and you fit the bill exceptionally well. What do I mean by that? You seem responsible, someone who wouldn't regret joining. And lastly, it's just a feeling. Maybe it's just me thinking that you're cute. Yes, I concede. It is a strange emblem from a group that really doesn't do much related to the birds. Or eyes. One day when I was on a school field trip, we went to a museum, and there were these taxidermied animals in the wing of it. I just vividly remember staring into the eyes and getting lost in them. It was like nothing else existed, and they were staring right back at me. Nothing else could pay homage to Zamorg. Nothing could come close. You also probably haven't heard of the group since we could never get sponsorship or support from the school. They've already caused way too much trouble for me as it is. Basically, we meet on the weekends, talk to each other about our lives, help each other, and a bit of praying at the end. Everyone walks away happy and feels like something actually happened with their uniforms? A bit out of nowhere, but definitely a fair question. Well, we don't have much besides a pin that we wear around. Nothing fancy or goofy looking. I know some clubs at this school go as far as having their members dressed the same, but we don't get anywhere near that far with being uniform. If it wasn't so normalized, it would definitely seem like a cult, right? Imagine that. My club with a membership tattoo? You'll have to get yours eventually, but the pain will be worth it. This? That'd be good. No, it's just a random saying one of my friends made me get tattooed onto my arm a while back. I lost a bet. I was so certain that person was going to end up doing the thing I predicted him to do, but my friend had the better judgment. I tell you what it means, but your guess is as good as mine. Sorry. I keep asking them, but they have never budged on it. I'm certain it's some dumb inside joke they'll never share with me. But enough of that. Can we please move on? I'd rather drop the topic of the tattoo since it's just wasting time. I know you both have work to do considering we have a test in a few days. Did you not hear me the first time? Drop it. I don't feel like talking about it, okay? So, as I was saying before you brought up the uniforms, the group is really there for each person. I guess less of a club and more of a supportive group with sharing useful wisdom. Manuscripts are old, but we'll get you reading in no time. Everyone has to follow the rights. What? No, you must have heard something towards the end there. We don't do anything weird at all. If I hear you mention it to anyone else, you'll regret it. But I don't imagine you will. Yeah, we have some stuff to read and we occasionally talk about it, but everyone should expand their horizons, especially someone starting new. It's not a cult. I'm sure you've heard of this some work before. It's everywhere in folklore. You know, the raven that watches over everyone? We both got put into the Iranian culture class, and I know you've been taking notes. You're going to join my group, and this isn't up for discussion. You can't even get the simple aspects of life down, so I'll have to give you a little bit of a push. It'll be wonderful. Another thing the club does is we raise money and donate to local charities. Yeah, we have a little event each month, raise some money, and then pick a charity from the list we have, and then give it all away. Every single cent and dollar. It's not like we need the money. The charities range from memorial structures and general shelters. Just last month, we raised a buttload of money for an endangered birds preserve in the state. Oh, come on now. It's not like you really have a choice anyways. I can see that look in your eyes that tells me you're going to be there. I can see it in your eyes and how you're reacting to all of this. I'm a people's person, remember? Try as hard as you want to cover it, but I can read you like an open book. You wear your emotions on your sleeve. No, it's not bad at all. I respect and simply can't help but to adore it. Really, it's something that made me approach you to join the club. I'd rather you not talk to me like you know everything about the club or me. I have a limit to my patience, so don't test it. You're still new and we need to remedy that. It'll be helpful for you. You'll be able to meet with new people. Maybe you'll find someone you want to spend more time with. Maybe even me. Oh, you heard that. Don't give me a look like that. There are a lot of interesting people in the club, and you might find someone who sees you for more than just, apparently, the shambling ghoul you are. You'll never know if you don't try. You should really spend less time focusing on exams and essays. I'm in some of your classes, so I know that you don't need all that time you spend secluded to work. The club will help you get your mind off work. You can't spend all your time with your head stuffed in books or in front of a computer. You don't want to hear it, but I know what's better for you. I know so much about giving and helping out, just like with the charities. Are you really going to say no to actively helping those in need? Not to mention, you get to spend time with me outside of class beyond sitting next to me. Don't think I forgot. Aw, you wouldn't even join for me? Really? I find that hard to believe. You're not strong enough to resist me in the slightest. Well, too bad. You're gonna be here and you're gonna love it. You'll soon see what I'm talking about, and this will all seem like such a trivial step in the grander scheme of things. There's the answer I knew would come. Not like it mattered anyways, but if it helps you, then sure. I can't wait to see you there and have you in my club. Here's the flyer with the time to be there and where it is. Make sure not to tell anyone else. And, of course, come alone. This is going to be an amazing new chapter for you. I know it. Everyone in the group will be so happy to see you there. And me the most. See you there.